What's up guys, it's Nate Doggy Dog 52 and I'm back again with part 1 of 2 of my Christmas gifts from my parents. So massive shout outs to them, massive thank you again. First sneaker right here, Jordan 5 box, that new style box with the black lid with a red Jumpman. And you've got that sort of a splattered cement print bottom. I'll let you see the numbers. So what we have right here is the Air Jordan 5 Retro, 136027 is the style code. Colour code is 035, it's black, cool grey, white. US 13, UK 12 as always. Going to open it up, right there. Of course I've got them in a bag, got the icy sole on so I have to. So for anyone who doesn't know, these are the Jordan Oreo 5s, or the black cool grey whites. So yeah, I'll tell you a little bit about what Michael Jordan did in this sneaker, and then I'll tell you about the design aspirations, and then a little bit about this colourway. So this sneaker right here, Air Jordan 5, released in the same year I was born, which was 1990. Phil Jackson took over as the Chicago Bulls head coach from Doug Collins, and then for the 1989 to 90 season. They finished with, up until that point, which was a best record, with 55 and 27. Michael Jordan hit the highest points total of his career, 69 versus Cleveland. Poor Cleveland, I must say. They really kind of do. Jordan did seem to kind of really dominate over them, with sort of the Knicks 4s or the Cavs 4s, and those released for that shot that he hit over Craig Elo, sorry. So yeah, Jordan really upped his game all round that season. He hit his highest points tally ever in his career, a new career high of 69. He hit 92 3-pointers that season, which was more than all his other season. And combined, his first 4 he only hit 68 between 4 seasons, which really isn't a lot at all. Again, Michael took the scoring title. He was an all-star. He was all-NBA first team, all defence. So honestly, a pretty awesome year. And it was kind of what would serve to be a warm-up, because then Michael would then go on to win a championship the next season, so the 1990-91 season. So a little bit about this shoe in terms of design. It was modelled after the World War II Mustang fighter plane. The most kind of obvious nod to that is your teeth on the side here. The reason behind that was Tinker Hatfield has a very creative mind, I would say, and what he can do, how he sees how players perform and how they play, and relates that to real life objects and real life occurrences. So this was the World War II Mustang, being that it could be up there, it could just be flying around, and then at any moment it can turn lethal. That was kind of what Michael Jordan did pretty much. He didn't have to dominate a game, and then he could just switch it on and he would take over, and that was it, game over. A lot of firsts on this shoe, right there. The reason I had them in the bags, you got your icy sole again. This was actually the very first shoe to have an icy sole. It would then appear in the year later in the Jordan 6, the Jordan 11, and also the Jordan 15. So that was a great thing. The Jordan 16. So the icy sole would appear a year later, the Jordan 6. 5 years after that, the Jordan 11, and then another 5 years, the Jordan 16. So certainly, very, very cool shoe. It was also the first shoe to have this lace lock here, and it was also the first shoe to have a reflective tongue. This doesn't have a reflective tongue, this is just that neoprene material, but on your original black and metallic 5s, they had the reflective tongue, and some of the 5s I have do have that, the Kai 54 Bean and the Wolf Greys, both of them have that reflective tongue. So a little bit more about this colourway. When I heard this one was coming out, I was absolutely desperate to get it. I knew I had to get it, didn't care how. It's been super popular with guys who regularly wear Jordans to play in the NBA, and the most notable is probably Amir Johnson, power forward of the Toronto Raptors. He wore these maybe 4 days ago. So again, DeMar DeRozan also, he had an amazing pair that I think seeing this one and seeing that one, I think I would have loved to have copped that one, which was an all black pair. So you've got black on the midsole, it was like a blackout. Those looked amazing. But certainly I'm really happy to have these, as I'm not a basketball athlete. So yeah, Jordan 5, great looking sneaker. I think this was very premium for what is a GR release, a general release. If you wipe on the material, you can see it changes colour. Really nice quality, very well made, and there was loads of them and they still sold out. I mean, even in Glasgow there was 4 stores that had them, and they all everywhere sold out. Grade school and men's, they all gone, they all went. So a great sneaker. It was actually this year's Black Friday release. However, as ever, I like to get my parents to hook me up with some shoes, and this was one of them. So thank you again. Great sneaker. Starting on the outsole, you've got that black Jordan sort of a shank plate in the middle. We've got our traditional herringbone on the heel, and the mid to forefoot icy sole with a black Jumpman. Coming up on the outsole, we have that white outsole with the black teeth, the white speckling. We do have our air unit in the heel right here. We also have our really nice quality suede or Durabuck on this. We've got our white Jumpman on the heel. We have our nice little sort of a mesh window. Again, this is probably to increase breathability during back when this shoe was released, which we have to remember is 24 years ago this year. So it's a pretty old shoe, so again, these were probably cutting edge at the time. We've got it on the toe and on both sides, on the tongue. We've got our adjustable laces where you can make them a little bit wider if you wanted a different kind of fit to it. Again, you've got that up at the top as well. We've got our black lace lock, which is all black, with your black laces. You've got your black neoprene tongue, which I'm going to say this is where the cool grey is coming from, on the Jumpman and the tongue. And you've got your white sock liner on the back of the tongue. You've got your black tag with the Air Jordan in white. And just pull out all the junk from it. You can tell I haven't even worn these, they haven't been touched. They just went straight under the Christmas tree when they arrived. Yeah, so you've got your black insole, your white Jumpman. Great sneaker. So enough about the sneaker. Everyone wants to see them on feet. That's what I'm going to do right now. There we go. That's the side, front, other side, and the bottoms. The big brother over there in Detroit, Jumpman Bostic, shout out to him, showing love always. Laid Back 365, Sticky 213, Nice Kicks, store over in Austin, Texas. Check them out, I've got a great website and they do some great features on it. D63 SX5, Crazy Black Man 108, Zeta X, Just for Kicks 212, Da America, That's Your Girl Katie, Nightwing 2303, the king of on-court performance reviews, absolute genius. Check out his channel for sure. Sneakerfiles.com, Juco's terrible, UK Sneaker Fam, The Game 59, Say What You See 666, The Simp Jam, No Mosaic, Alan, my boy from Glasgow, and another Alan, my boy from Glasgow, you know who you are. Logan J. Bays, Sam Colt, whose username is 3TVID, Hess Kick, shout outs to him, homie up there in Oregon, T. Blake, massive shout outs to him, the homie in Boston, Optimus P517 up there in Seattle, shout outs to him. One Veracity, Flight School Shoes, the Mr. Fomer Simpson, Drawing Skills, Heart and Souls, DMV Sneakers, the homie up there in Tampa, Florida, Guns and Gloves, A Bathing Astronaut 23, Cyclo Kicks 23, Yoanti, iBeast 365, Mr. Nike SB6, Bullet RC, The Real Ray Ray 20. Shout outs to DJ Ski and everything he's doing with Ski TV, London Regassa, Rye Fizzy, Casey Townsley, and Davis in Aberdeen. So that concludes my shout out list. And if you do want to be added, as I said, comment section, drop a comment, ask kindly, and it will be certainly done. Just before I wrap this up, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and also on Twitter. The username is going to appear right here. It's @NathanCare20. Make sure you follow me on there, and especially when you're posting pics, on Instagram and Twitter. Use the hashtags NDD52, it's going to appear right here. T Blake and Sneaker Fan Worldwide. So just before I head off, I'm going to give you one last look at the sneakers. Your Jordan V Oreos. Amazing sneaker, had to have these, and it's another 5 I can add to my collection. Did pick up a lot of 5s this year. The Laneys, the white grapes, the black grapes, as well as these. That's 4 pair of 5s. Super happy to have these. I've been Nate Doggy Dog 52. This is the Jordan V Oreo. Peace out.